Hello students, I am Sunil Ranjan and in this session I am here with A House is Not a Home, that is from the book Moments, that is meant for students of class 9. Now the first question here is, what does the author notice one Sunday afternoon? What is his mother's reaction? What does she do? And the answer is, one Sunday afternoon, the author smells something strange and then notices smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling. The smoke begins to fill the room so quickly that the author and his mother could hardly see. At first, the mother comes out of the house carrying a small metal box full of important documents. She runs back into the house to bring the letters and pictures of her husband because her husband had died when the author was young. She did not want them to go up in flames as they were the only things that she had to remember him by. Now, the second question is, why does he break down in tears after the fire? And the answer is, he breaks down in tears after the fire is finally out when he realizes that he hadn't seen his cat. He thinks about his new school, the fire, and his cat. His house had completely burned down. His cat was nowhere to be found. Feeling the loss of his cat very deeply, he cries and cries. Fine. Now, question number 3. And here we have, what is the author? Why is the author deeply embarrassed the next day in school? Which words show his fear and insecurity? And the answer is, the author is deeply embarrassed the next day in school because when the fire broke out, he was still wearing the dress he had worn to church that morning, but had no shoes as he had taken them off when doing his homework and they had burned in the fire. He had to borrow tennis shoes from his aunt. He did not want to go to school, but his mother would not hear of it. Now, the second part of the question, which words show his fear and insecurity? Now, the answer is, words that show his fear and insecurity are outcast and geek. Next, like a zombie. Next, wanted to curl up and die. Next, everything felt surreal. And the last one is all the security, and finally it is had all been ripped away. So this is the answer to question number 3. Now, question number 4. The cat and the author are very fond of each other. How has this been shown in the story? Where was the cat after the fire? Who brings it back and how? Well, the answer is, the author had great affection towards his cat. In the early morning, he would disturb her and get out of bed. She would tag along after him, climb up his robe, and crawl into his pocket to fall asleep. After the fire broke out, the cat had been so freaked by the fire that she ran over a mile away. A woman had taken her in and worked hard to find out whose cat it was. While looking for its owner, she brings it back to the author. Now, question number 5. What actions of the schoolmates changed the author's understanding of life and people and comfort him emotionally? How does his loneliness vanish and how does he start participating in life? The answer is, the schoolmates took up a collection and bought the author school supplies, notebooks, jeans, tops, sweatsuits. They shoved him into the gym. There was a big table set up with all kinds of stuff they had got for the author. The author was overcome with emotion. People who had never spoken to him before came up to him to introduce themselves. He got all kinds of invitations to their houses. The author made new friends. He realized that his new school and new people around him were good. This changes a whole vision of life for the author. He makes many friends and his loneliness vanishes as his new house builds. He too begins to start participating in life. So, this is the answer to question number 5. Now, the last one is, what is the meaning of my cat was back and so was I? Had the author gone anywhere? Why does he say that he is also back? And the answer is, it means that with the return of the cat, the author was also back to his joyful life. And the second part of the question is, had the author gone anywhere? And the answer is, no, the author had not gone anywhere. Now, had the author gone anywhere? This is the answer. Why does he say that he is also back? He says that he is also back because after the loss of the cat, he had become very sad. His happiness too had disappeared from his life. With the cat back to him, he feels that he too was back with his happiness that he used to have in the company of his cat. So this session is over now, and I hope students you understood the text very well with the answers that I explained. If you have subscribed to my channel, fine. If you haven't, I suggest you to subscribe to my channel so that you get more and more in future. Thank you.